Where's Piff? Where's the Rubens? Where's Yassir? Where's the passion? Where is the silent owners of Newcastle United? They have been non-existent for months, weeks, months, whatever. This needs to stop. These owners need to come and get rid of Eddie Howe right now. This is the Mac reaction to an absolute shit show that we've just watched tonight. All thanks to Eddie Howe. I would say it's a very good evening, but no, it's not. Absolute trash of a show. What were we thinking? What was Eddie Howe thinking? 30 minutes of that game, we were perfect. We were brilliant. We were amazing. We take the lead through Harvey Barnes, who is our top goal scorer in the FA Cup and will remain our top goal scorer in the FA Cup because we're now out of the FA Cup. Now, as soon as we take the lead, that's it. Game's gone. Bye-bye, game. Because we do the simple Steve Bruce style, Eddie Bruce style, Eddie Howe style. As soon as you take the lead, sit back. Just sit back and don't do fuck all. Man City go on to get an equaliser. And then what happens? Going at half-time, 1-1. Right, get our minds together. Start thinking about things. Make some changes, you know. Go out there, second half, turn the game around. Did we do that? Nah, did we? Fuck. We didn't even get a touch of the ball. No, as soon as the second half kicked off, 2-1 down. Do we make changes? Nah, fuck that. We go 3-1 down. We're making changes then. Oh, of course we are. We make this the trademark Eddie Howe triple substitution. We bring on Joel Linton. We bring on Johan Visser. Visser, definitely. And we bring on, of course, Eddie Howe's favourite, Dan Burn. But do we bring him on as a centre-back? No, like fuck do we? What do? We move our left back, Lewis Hall, over to right back in place of Kieran Trippier and put Dan Burn at left back. The position that he can never play in. But dare to say that he can't even bloody play in fucking centre back either because of how fucking slow and useless he is. 8 minutes later. 8 minutes later. This is what really ticks me off. 8 minutes later, we then take Lewis Hall off for Tino Livramento. Why the fuck did you not bring on Tino for Trippier and keep Lewis Hall at left back? Why the fuck did you not have that brain in your fucking head, Eddie, to keep Lewis Hall at left back, bring Tino on for Trippier, instead of always having to bring your fucking favourites on the pitch? And to top that off, you yet again are ruining Nick Voltemada's career. You go and fucking put him in midfield once again. He is non-existent in midfield. People are slating him. Get him off the pitch. He is rubbish. Of course, because you're fucking playing him in the wrong position. God, Eddie Howe, you are the most thickest cunt you could possibly fucking find. Everyone outside, everyone in the pitch, everyone watching on TV can see how fucking thick you are. You need sacking. Where are the fucking owners? Off on a piss up somewhere, I don't know. But they are not doing their fucking job, going to the stadium, giving you a fucking warning because you are happily fucking immune from the sack because, oh, wow, you won us a trophy. Big fucking whoop. That was in the past. This season is completely written off. There will be no Europe. The only way we're getting into Europe now is by winning the Champions League. We are not beating Barcelona. Fucking hell, open your eyes. Any happy clappers think that we're going to be beating Barcelona? You need fucking brain surgery. That's what you fucking need. Let's calm down a bit, shall we? I just spotted this one. Welcome in, Andy. Hey, Pete. Welcome in. Hope you're well. Ian, welcome in. Hope you're well. Tony, welcome in. Hope you're well. Links pinned at the top if you want to come in and have your say. You know, you want to have a rage. You want to say what you have to say. You know, you've just heard what I've had to say. So, you know, anything. Let those emotions go fucking wild. Just putting today's vlog together. That'll be out tomorrow. Goody good. We will give that a good old watch. Good match. Yeah, let me know what you think of this fucking match. Again, if you want to come on and have your say, links pinned up there. I'll bring you in. You can say what you have to say about this. That shit show. What else do we have? Instead of putting Nick Voltemada up front, bringing Asula off, what do? No, you keep Voltemada in midfield and you bring on yet another fucking flop. Don't wait till I get to fucking Elanga. You bring on yet another fucking flop in Johan Missa. That's what he is, Johan Missa, because he misses shots. He can't even fucking touch the ball. Did he even touch? I think he touched the ball once. Wow. That's what 55 fucking million has got you. And don't give me that fucking bullshit that he hasn't had a pre-season. Yeah, he's not had a pre-season, but he's had near enough the rest of the fucking season to be match fit and ready. He is not fucking worthy of that number 9. Take that number 9 shirt off of him. He does not deserve to wear that. And to be quite honest, he does not deserve to be in a fucking black and white shirt. The same goes for Flop Langer. I don't give a shit if you think he's improving. Because to me, he has not improved a single bit. He has been an absolute flop. He has been an absolute waste of money. He needs to fucking give up football and just go join the Olympics and be a fucking sprinter. Because that's all he's fucking good at doing. He can't pass the ball. He can't even keep his fucking balance. He likes to fucking fall over all the time. Absolute dog shit Elanga is. Cut the losses. Fucking flog him. Fucking hand him into a charity shop and sell him for a bargain price as a third-hand fucking shit player. Him and Visser, absolute waste of money. Eddie Howe has brought these in thinking, oh, they're Premier League proven. They'll do well for us. Like, fuck have they? 39 games, I think they said on the on commentary. Excuse me. 39 games Elanga has played. 1 goal. 1 assist. Done fuck all since. Don't give me the, oh, he's starting to improve. He is like, fuck has he started to improve. Oh, Visser has only hasn't had a pre-season. So what? Fuck. You slate Asula, all right? Everybody slates Asula. He's not good enough for the Premier League. He's not good enough for Newcastle United. Asula has more goals than Johan Visser, and he's meant to be a Premier League proven goal scorer. Yeah, let that one sink in. Asula is a much better player than Johan Visser. Asula can actually touch the ball. Asula can actually run. Asula can, most of the time, actually keep his balance. Visser, no, he is not a fucking player either. 29 years old and we played far, far too much for him. No resale value. Send him to the charity shop. Third-hand fucking striker. There you go. Take him, I don't know, 10 mil, whatever, 5 mil if he's even worth that. Again, let me know what you think of that absolute shit show. Absolute trash. Cannot believe what I watched. But let's just jump over to the other screen and let's just have a little quick look at the stats. So here we go. Manchester City had 63% of the possession. We had 37% of that possession. Expected XG. Yeah, expected goals. We apparently had a 1.4 a 1.14 XG. Didn't really show that. Manchester City had a 3.43 XG. Total shots for Newcastle. We had 11 to Manchester City's 21. Shots on target. Remember, we had 11 shots. Only 4 of those was on target. Only 1 of those went in. Manchester City had 8 shots on target. Big chances created. 4. Manchester City, 7. Big chances missed. 3. Manchester City, 5. Accurate passes, 222, which is 73%. To Manchester City's 455, 87%. 12 fouls committed to City's 16. 3 corners to their 9. I might be mistaken here, but I don't think you're very happy, very happy with today's game and results. Oh, I'm over the moon with it, Ian. I'm fucking over the moon. Incredible, the way Eddie just loves to get the, happy clappers around his finger and says, yeah, I'm immune from the sack. I can do whatever I like. I can play players out of position. I can do this. I can do that. I'm going to fuck up the entire season for you. And clearly has. Interesting to know your thoughts on the game, Ian. I'd like to know that. Passes in the game, we had 303 passes. 303 passes, yet only 222 of those were accurate. Man City had 522, which 455 of that was accurate. I've already got it there. Passes in our own half, we had 139 to City's 193. In the opposition half, we had 83 to Man City's 262. That is shocking. They had 262 passes in our own half. All we had was 83. Dreadful. Accurate long balls. 14 accurate long balls. 26%. Man City, 12 accurate long balls. 34%. Accurate crosses, 2. 17%. To Man City's 5. 31%. Lee, welcome in. Hope you're well. Throws, 12 to their 11. Touches in the opposition box, 15 to us. 15 to us. To 64 for them. 64 to them. I'm going to give myself one hell of a fucking sore throat from this. We had 2 offsides to their 0. In the defense, we had 16 tackles to their 10, 9 interceptions to their 6, 5 blocks to their 3, 28 clearances to their 23. Ramsdale made 5 saves to Trafford's 2. Again, we have to make Trafford look good so that Eddie Howe's like, oh, let's bring Trafford in because he loves Trafford and we'll make him our new number 1. No one fucking wants Trafford. What is the big hype in James Trafford? He kept so many clean sheets in the Championship. He went down with Burnley in the Premier League. He done well in the Championship. He comes back to the Premier League. He does shit yet again. Man City bring him back as the number one. He concedes goal after goal. So what do Man City do? Yeah, he's not right for us. Let's go and get Donnarumma. Donnarumma is now the main number one. Trafford is now a cup keeper. Trafford is not Premier League standard. He is Championship keeper. I do not want Trafford anywhere near the club. Jules won 47 to 46. Ground Jules won 35, 51%. Better to City's 33, 48%. Aerial Jules won 12, 48% to City's 13 to 52%. Successful dribbles 4 to Man City's 11. Discipline, we picked up 2 yellow cards and not a single card was shown to a City player. I knew we were a beat after the first half hour. I don't get mad now. I'm getting used to the way we play. It's all shite. Big changes are needed. Big changes are definitely needed. Big changes are definitely needed. Dreading the derby in a couple of weeks. Honestly, it can't be asked with another defeat to that lot. And I think it's obvious it's going to happen. It's clearly going to happen, Lee. Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest. I hate to say it, but Sunderland's had a great season. There's always the second season that everyone mentions. You can have a great first season, but your second season in the league is when you really need to put in the hard work. And, I think they could struggle next season. But they have done really well this season. I hate to say it, and I hate to even think about it. But Sunderland have done well. It took an own goal for them to beat us, but they did beat us. They are above us in the table. We play Barcelona. We'll lose that game at home. We then play Chelsea. We'll lose that game. We then play Barcelona away. We'll lose that game. Well, I think we'll definitely guaranteed lose over in Spain. And then we have a couple of days to prepare, coming back to England, ready to face Sunderland, which will most likely lose again because Howe doesn't know how to play players in their right fucking positions. According to FootMob, the man of the match was Omar Mamouche. He seems to like scoring against us, doesn't he? Every time he plays against us, he seems to grab himself a goal. To be quite honest, I wouldn't mind signing him. At least he knows how to score a goal. But then if we do sign him, Eddie will probably play him as a centre-back. It just reminds you so much of Steve Bruce, how he'd always play players out of position. Now Eddie Howe seems to want to play players out of position. Eddie Bruce now. Is there a single Newcastle player anywhere on here? Harvey Barnes. Right down there with a 7.4. Played the full 90. Got himself a goal. Harvey Barnes, the only player that actually performed for us. The next player was Sandro Tonali on a 6.9. Lewis Hall on a 6.5. And then we got most of the Newcastle squad there. Worst player on the pitch was Sven Botman and Joe Willock, both on a 5.7. Yet they both stay on the field for the full 90 minutes. It's puzzling. It really is puzzling. Take a look at the lineups. Ramsdale was in goal. I mean, you can't really put so much blame on Ramsdale. Yeah, no doubt Eddie Howe will find a way to have all the blame put on Ramsdale so that I guarantee you Nick Pope will be in goal against Barcelona. Guarantee you. Hall at left back, Botman and Chow as centre-back pairing, Trippier as the right back, Willock and Tonali in the central of midfield. A 4-2-3-1 formation. Barnes, Voltemada, and Alanga in the attacking midfield role with Osula up top. Alanga, absolute dog shite, absolute wank, absolutely needs to go in a fucking charity shop and just get binned. Trash player. Should never have fucking signed him. Should never have even started. If you saw my preview this morning, I would have had Osula as the right winger. Osula looks great as a right winger. Osula would probably be a more regular starter as a right winger. You see against Man United, you saw against Bromley that Osula can cut in very well from the right-hand side. So why not have Osula at the right wing? Oh, that's easy. Because Eddie Howe doesn't have a fucking brain up there. What Eddie Howe needs is a fucking straitjacket and put into the fucking funny farm because he's completely fucking lost the plot. Absolutely fucking lost the plot. Barnes, yes, quite happily. He deserves to keep his place. He deserves to be in the England squad. For me personally, will Barnes get in the England squad? Do you know what? I'm going to say no because Gordon's going to go in now. Mr. Out of form can't even fucking score in open play in over 13 months. Gordon will make that flight in the England squad. Yeah. Do we even give Harvey Barnes a chance? Nah. Will Lewis Hall even be on the plane? Do you know what? Because they're Newcastle players, probably not. It's the subs, Joe Linton, Dan Burn, fucking waste of space. He is and all. Visser, waste of space. Gordon did nothing. Tino, yeah, okay, done some running around. He made his 100th appearance, but trash. Unused subs, Nick Pope, good. Alex Murphy, at least if you're going to bring a left back on, why don't you bring a left back on instead of moving your left back to right back and putting a slow ass fucking can't do anything Dan Burn at left back where he never can play at left back when you have fucking speedy wingers like Savino or Semenyo or Cherky or anyone that can just easily go straight past him. Frauden, yes, Lee. Frauden, Anthony Frauden only turns up when he wants to. Eddie Howe loves to play him as a striker. The guy that can set... this is what pisses me off the most. The guy that said, yeah, I don't want to lose that left wing role because I can only play at left wing, so I'll only ever play at left wing. I can't have Harvey Barnes playing at left wing because I can only play at left wing. Yeah. For the past month or so, you've been fucking playing as a striker. Why are you playing as a striker when you can't play as a number 9? You can't even score unless it's a penalty. You are Newcastle United's top goal scorer. Most of those goals are penalties. Why can you call yourself a top goal scorer when you can't even score from open play? One goal. Looking up yourselves. One goal in open play in 13 months. He only scores penalties. This is in the Premier League, by the way, before you start quoting me saying, well, he scored plenty in open play in the Champions League. Yes, he can score in the open play in the Champions League, but he cannot score in open play in the Premier League. One goal in 13 months. Why sign Nick Voltemada for like 69, 70 mil, whatever? A striker that was scoring goals for fun right at the start of the season, and then you want to turn him into a Joe Linton project, ruin his career, ruin his international career. And I said this in my last reaction video. Germany have fantastic players in that midfield. Voltemada will not get a look in that midfield role. Voltemada is Germany's number 9. Voltemada plays as a striker for Germany. Eddie Howe is ruining, if not has ruined, Voltemada's international career at such a young age. Eddie Howe has ruined Voltemada's career at club level as well, because you cannot get a performance out of Voltemada in a position he is not used to playing in, that he cannot play in, and he cannot get used to playing in. Fucking play him in his right position. You signed him as a striker, fucking play him as a striker, give him the number 9 instead of Johan Misser, who can't even fucking stay fit or even play or even touch the ball apart from falling over. Oh, but he's not fit. Yeah, like fuck is he not fit? That just infuriates me even more. He didn't have a pre-season. Bollocks. Absolute bullshit. He didn't have a pre-season. Fine. He has been training with the rest of the team since he got back from his injury. He has had the entire season to be ready. You could have given him behind closed doors matches to be ready. You could put him into the under-21s, under-23s for a few games to get him ready. That would be his pre-season. So now he should be ready. Now he should be ready to go. Are we seeing that? Like, fuck are we? Load of fucking rubbish. And the shit that Eddie Howe comes out with tonight. Oh, I thought we done really well for the first half an hour. Oh, no spoiler alert. That's what he always says every fucking game. We did really well for the first half an hour. After that, there was no energy. We ran out of energy. Don't even think about bringing fatigue into this. Manchester City play the same amount of games as we do. They play Champions League football. We play Champions League football. The only problem with us compared to them is that we don't have players on the bench. Well, we do, but they're youth players. But Eddie Howe doesn't trust the youth. Eddie Howe could not give a toss about the youth. Eddie Howe won't even give the youth a single chance. Leo Shahar, right back. What, 3 minutes did he get against Karabakh? When technically you could have rested that entire team and played a team of youth. Alex Murphy does really well. He done really well against Karabakh. Played like the full 90. Yeah. What's his reward? Yeah, he's not playing again. Sean Neve, what's he get? 7 minutes, was it? Something along those lines. 7 minutes. Comes on, shows what he's capable. We'll give him that. He did miss the sitter, but, you know, he's playing. I think it was Champions League game. But he could have done a perfect assist there. You saw what he's capable of doing. Have we seen him since? Yeah, like fuck have we. Who else is there? You got Sam Alabi, that is meant to be pretty decent, but I think he's injured at the minute, but he's one to keep an eye on. You got Sanusi, who was highly spoke about last season, slung out on loan. You got Cordero, very, very highly rated, very, very highly spoke of. Given to Shola Amiobi to sling out on loan to ruin his career as well, because that's all we ever seem to do with our loans. We send them to the wrong clubs, they can't develop, and they come back and get flogged off. Cordero is an incredible player. He's one that we should have even been keeping in and around this team the minute he signed. Who else? We got what's his name? Another midfielder, Hearn. We had him. Where is he? We've got so many youth players that deserve to be in this squad. Park Seung-soo. Another one. We saw him in pre-season. Saw how fucking talented he was. Where is he? Not even given a chance. We have these players. We have the future. What we're going to do? Next season, we'll probably flog a couple of those. And we'll send the others out on loan. The season later, we'll end up flogging those as well. Joe, welcome in. Hope you're well. So yeah, out of back this morning when there was about 65,000 people who voted. The votes did tally up, and it went to 121,332 people voted. 60% of those voters went for the Man City win, and 60% of those voters were correct. It was a Manchester City win. Salia, yes, Joe, that's the number one. Highly rated. See some clips of him on YouTube of exactly what he's capable of doing before he signed for us. Back from injury, and I think he was already amongst the goals on his debut. Again, not being given a chance. Sell them for Howe to buy fuckers from Bournemouth, probably, or ex-Bournemouth players. I mean, Howe loves his Bournemouth players. We're linked with Senesi from Bournemouth. We're linked with Tavernier from Bournemouth. We are linked with Scott from Bournemouth. He loves his Bournemouth players because he loves his Bournemouth team. It won't surprise me if he goes for another Burnley player because he used to manage Burnley. It wouldn't surprise me if he wants to go for an Everton player because he supports Everton. Yeah, when we played Everton, I remember the commentators turning around and saying, oh, Eddie Howe was a boyhood Everton fan growing up. So no wonder we lost to Everton because he loves Everton. He loves Everton and he loves Bournemouth. Bournemouth so close to his heart because he managed them for like 50 years. And now we find out he's now an Everton supporter. So no wonder he lets them get a result over us. Haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 12 matches. Make that 13 after tonight. We have not kept a clean sheet in 13 straight matches. And Manchester City haven't lost in 10 matches. Make that now 11 matches. I want Eddie Howe gone. I don't know what you guys think. But for me, he needs to go. As I said in the opening intro, where are PIF? Where are the Rubens? Where is Yasser? Where is that passion? Where is that we aim to be number one? We want to be number one. We're aiming to be number one. You know, you had that 5-year plan to be challenging for the Premier League title. We're now into that 5th year since the takeover. Where are we? We're sitting bottom half of the Premier League table. We're more closer to relegation than we are to the Premier League number one spot. Yes, 2 Champions League runs. Yeah, fine. Yeah, you're gonna get your kudos for that. All right, you're gonna get your credits for winning the Carabao Cup. Yeah, you deserve the credits for winning the Carabao Cup. You deserve the credits for getting us our first trophy in 70 years. You deserve the credit for getting us Champions League twice in the space of 3 seasons. But the way you're carrying on, you're going to get sacked and it's going to get very toxic, if not starting to get toxic. You either get sacked now or walk away now and be hailed as one of the greats to ever be at the club. Otherwise, you're going to be like Steve Bruce and you're going to be completely hounded out of this club. And the Carabao Cup and the Champions League is just going to be a bit of dust in the wind because no one is ever going to remember you. Well, they're going to remember you, but they're not going to be happy. Because if you do look at Eddie Howe, let's see if they still have this on here. Yeah, here we go. Since Eddie Howe took over, right? This was the... Let me just remove the comment. Sorry, but after that tonight, he needs out. He does, definitely. Piffrod joke. Nearly 5 years and still no stadium or training ground official announcement. That as well. The more money that can come in if we had better training ground and training ground sponsors we need as well. We have no training ground sponsor. To put Dan Burn on at left back is shift Hall to right back, then bring him off for Tino, especially when Tuchel was in the crowd, was criminal. Again, that could ruin his chances. And yeah, Joe, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. He decides to move Hall to right back for 8 minutes, then bring him off to bring Tino on. He only done that just so that he could bring his favourite Dan Burn onto that pitch, when Dan Burn didn't even have to be anywhere near that pitch. You keep Hall at left back, you take Trips off, you bring Tino on. Midfield sorted, done, dusted. You have no reason to bring Dan Burn on and then put him in the worst position possible. But yeah, this is when Eddie Howe first took charge, all right? 48%. Let's see if I can zoom in there a bit for you. There we go. Okay. 48% was when he took charge. All right, fine. That was when we were near enough relegated. Okay, next season, we improved massively. 50%. Great. Perfect. The season after, we started to regress. We started going backwards. We didn't put in the best of performances, but, you know, it wasn't as bad, but that was the worst at the 2 and a bit seasons that Eddie Howe was in charge. Then we get a huge boost last season when, we won the Carabao Cup and we got Champions League. But, since winning the Carabao Cup, we couldn't really perform after that. I mean, you may think different, you can say different, but for me, winning that Carabao Cup was the last time we saw the best performance out of the club. And then, this is this season, okay? That 38 is going to drop down to about 35, 34 by tomorrow when this gets updated. But this is currently this season. Look how much he has regressed. Look how terrible he has become. He is nearly on par with Steve Bruce's final season with Newcastle, when Steve Bruce got a 32%. Look at that. Steve Bruce had 12 wins in that season. 9 draws, 17 defeats. Eddie Howe, 11 wins. Okay. He is 1 less than Steve Bruce. 6 draws to 9 draws. He's done less than that. 12 losses to 17 losses. We have regressed massively. If no one else can see that, then, really need to open your eyes. Go to the oppositions. Make an appointment tomorrow. It's Sunday tomorrow. Make an appointment on Monday morning and go to the opticians. Get your eyes sorted and look at how far we have regressed already this season. We are bottom half of the Premier League and you still think that he's a perfect man for the job. Yes, you can always use that go-to excuse. Oh, but who's out there that can do a better job? Personally, anyone with a fucking brain that could do a better job, because this guy is fucking brainless. He is clueless. Always makes a sub after 70 minutes. Unless we go a goal down, then you'll always guaranteed to see that triple panic sub happen. What were the first subs that we made? Triple panic sub. Joel Linton, Dan Burn, and Visser. Triple panic sub. If it isn't a triple panic sub, then you don't see him make a sub until 70 minutes. By that time, game's done. Eddie Howe cannot read the game. And this is a guy that's meant to have gone off and seen the likes of Pep. He's seen the likes of Diego Simeone. He's been to Italy. He's been around the world and seen other top managers and learnt off of them. Yeah, it seems you must have gone to seen Pep Guarda Bruce and Diego Simi Bruce and Maximiliano Allegra Bruce and who else? Another top manager around the world. I know. Gennaro Gattuso Bruce, maybe Jurgen Bruce, Jose Mourinho Bruce. So many top managers you've gone and watched there because you've got the fucking cabbage of a Bruce. But there's the proof. All right, Eddie Howe has been a shit this season, and towards the end of his career with Bournemouth, he started going backwards, and he got to this point. So, if he's not sacked, we're going down. What happened with Bournemouth? They went down. He needs sacking, and we can't do what we did with Steve McLaren. Leave it to the last minute to sack the manager, leaving no time for a new manager to save us. Yeah, Sam Alabruce, he's probably called him up as well and got some tips on there. Tony Pule Bruce, Alan Pard Bruce, but it's the top class managers that is but Mauricio Pochettino Bruce. He has studied under some amazing, fantastic managers. I mean, Zinedine Zebrus, fabulous managers. But how has he not come away with all this knowledge that these managers have had? It's not good. Look at that. Look at that. We're in 12th. I know this wasn't a Premier League match, it's the FA Cup, but look at that. We're 12th in the league. We can get overtaken by Brighton, who are in 14th. We could drop to 14th in our next game against Chelsea, who are currently 5th. If Brighton's got Sunderland next. If Brighton beat Sunderland, they overtake us. If Crystal Palace beat Leeds, they overtake us. So either way, if Brighton and Palace win, we drop to 14th in the league. We can't go lower because Leeds are on 31 points. So if Leeds were to beat Palace, they can't overtake us. So if we were to win, we're on 39. So 40, 41, 42 points. Could potentially go 9th. But do we beat Chelsea? Yeah, no, I don't think so either. So we got a very, very, very high chance of being 14th in the league next Saturday. Let that one sink in as well. 14th and getting close to that relegation zone. Won't get relegated this season, but going to be close to it. And then Eddie's going to be allowed to blow another 100 odd million, 200 million on more shit players. And we'll be exactly where we are, if not in that bottom three. But yeah, that's what we've just had to go through. So we're on Amazon Prime against Barcelona in 3 days' time. So yeah, we'll get to the Barcelona preview tomorrow or Monday. But yeah, if you want to look at the other FA Cup results today, Liverpool beat Wolves yesterday. Arsenal beat Mansfield Town. Of course, they get an easy opponent, 2-1. Chelsea beat Wrexham 4-2 after extra time. Wrexham getting a red card. And then obviously we lost to Manchester City. Man City having the most easiest run to our game. If you look at their run, let's see, 10-1 against Exeter, and then they got a 2-0 win against Salford. So they had an easy run to get to us. And don't give me that bullshit that they played. Well, obviously I did play the same amount of games, but they played easier games. What did we have? Oh, we got two Premier League opponents. We had to face Bournemouth, and then we had to face Aston Villa, and then we got Manchester City. We had to face 3 Premier League sides. 3 Premier League sides. Man City get an easy run. Yeah, that's as fair as anything, you know. Same as Arsenal. They're just getting everything. They get Portsmouth, then they get Wigan, then they get Mansfield. You know, such easy opponents for those ones. The draws are just rigged. You know it. Even Liverpool. Look, Barnsley. All right, Brighton is more of an achievement for them because we know Brighton can tend to be their bogey team. And then they get Wolves. I mean, they did get revenge on Wolves after that shocking loss to Wolves in the Premier League. But yeah, I think I'm raged out. So let's get rid of that and jump back to the main screen. Guys, if you're watching this at a later time, you know, leave your thoughts down below. Give me your honest opinions on Eddie Howe. Me personally, I want him gone. He has to go. Howe out. Who do I bring in? Someone with a brain. Cesc Fabregas, you know. Como. Done well with them. Who knows? Could probably come and do a job for us. Loads do say Xabi Alonso. Maybe not. A favourite of mine has always been Allegri, but that's just me personally. Mourinho, lots could say that because of his links with Sir Bobby, would be an ideal appointment. He wouldn't want to let the team down, so he'd probably do a job. See, there's many names you can name that could do a job. So there's no point saying who's out there that could do the job. That's your easy go-to question. Everybody constantly keeps saying, as soon as you say Eddie Howe out, oh, but who's out there that could do a job? Who's out there that could do? That's the most easiest go-to question. Anyone that says that to you, just say, all right, give me another excuse. Why do you have to go to that same question? Give me a different excuse as to why. Bet you can't think of one. Because it's bullshit. Because all you want to think of is that you're so Eddie in that there is no one there to take his place. News for you. As I say to players, you can say it to the managers as well. No one is bigger than the club. No one is bigger than the history of the club. Another one for you. There is always someone out there that is better than you. So even you can have the most perfect manager in the world, there will still be a manager out there that is better than him or her. So there is someone out there better than Eddie Howe. Who it is, I don't know. Could be De Zerbi, as Joe's saying. Could very well be Cesc Fabregas. It could very well be. I probably would say Zidane is a better. I would throw everything into the basket and go out and say, okay, Zidane, do you know what? Come be a team manager. I think he's holding out for the France job, but nothing's stopping him from coming into club management. But yeah, do leave your thoughts down below. Let me know everything. Do smash the likes on the video. Do share it around. Get everyone else to come over. Leave their thoughts. Subscribe as well. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. As we saw, Barcelona coming up in 3 days' time. So I thought it was going to be Wednesday, but it seems that's going to be on a Tuesday. So I could do a video tomorrow for a preview, quick preview. Or I could save that for Monday. You'll find out. If you follow me on X, then you'll know when I'm going to put a new video out. You want to follow me on X, then, you know, it's... what is my X handle? At Hawaii Mags TV. You'll find me there. I'm just too much rage. I can't think. Even Pete, nope, even Pete fucking Postal Waif would do a good shot. At least he wouldn't put square pegs in round. I'm going to play really dumb on you now, Joe, and say, who the fuck's that? That surname is not familiar with me. That surname is not familiar with me, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Take care, Ian. Cheers for joining in. But yeah, do smash the likes, do share around, get other people to come in and sub to the channel. We want to try and get free figures as soon as we can. We've been stuck in the 80s for a very long time. It's time to get into the 90s and hopefully get to 100 subs. So the more you share, the more it helps. The more you like, the more it helps. The more you comment, the more it helps. The more you tune in every time, the more it helps. He was a gardener on TV. The only Goldner I knew on TV, was Ground Force, way back when. Like Alan Titchmarsh and Charlie Dimmock and that Tony guy, I think it was Tony, that would do the carpentry of building and whatnots. But yeah, we're talking a few years back. But yeah, I would say enjoy the rest of your weekend, but weekend's just been ruined. Try and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Try and enjoy the rest of your night. For me, Eddie Howe out. And hashtag Howe out. Get him gone now. Don't like it, deal with it. That's my decision. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. You're entitled to your opinions. I want Eddie Howe out. Sooner he's out, the better. Yes, exactly. Yeah, guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend if you can. Don't get too drunk to drown those sorrows. Drink plenty of water. Barcelona next to cheer you up. I'll catch you in the next one. Possibly Monday. Maybe tomorrow. Either way, we'll do a preview. Until then, catch you later. And share the video. Share it around. Get everyone to come over and subscribe. The more subscribes, the better the content. Take care, guys. Catch you in the next one.